what's there? When I was 16, I was busy coming out of school. And at 17, 18, sorry, my 18, that's it. And when I finished at 18, I went and got into an apprenticeship in engineering. I should have been an artist, but I got into engineering. You took what you could get. But that's not what I want to talk about. It's because of that is what I want to talk about. I did my 4 years and got my paperwork and everything else. And when I got my paperwork, I went to my boss and I said to him, can I have a rise? I mean, I was only earning something in the region of about, whoa, those days. I can't even remember now. It was very low. I know that half went to my mother, and I had the rest. But anyway, his reply to that was no, and the reason why was because I had no experience. I think that day was a time of reflection for me. Here's a young man, goes drinking out with his buddies, goes dancing, and the cat has just walked past the camera. You couldn't ask for these things to happen, could you? Sorry about that. Right, now remember on one of my videos I mentioned about distractions. You better throw in the cat in as well. Right, let's get back to where it was. Right, yeah, you go out drinking with your buddies and you go fishing and you go to the cinema and you go bowling and you cause trouble, you do all sorts of things, don't you? But you never know at that age who you really are. And I was hit with a slammer when my boss told me that I did not have any experience, so I couldn't have a rise. Which was really silly, because how was I going to gain any more experience than what I already had from the factory I've been working in for the past 4 years? I mean, I could work on lathes, milling machines. I mean, there wasn't a machine I couldn't work on. I could weld, I do all sorts of things. And so in a way, he shot himself in the foot, because he was telling me, well, we can't teach you anymore here, so you may as well bugger off. But to me, it said to me, well, I got to do something. Now, what do? Go as a freshman straight out of an apprenticeship, go and find somewhere a new job. And I thought, you know, is that my future? And I kept thinking to myself, there's got to be something a lot better. And I think I mentioned before that a friend of mine had joined the Merchant Navy about 2 years beforehand, and he had no skills, no nothing. He left school early, just went and joined the Navy, and which I you know, he was my best buddy, and farewell to him and good luck. But I was told that I needed skills, and if I got the skills, I could travel anywhere in the world. Well, my friend, eventually got busted for drugs in Italy, and he came home with no skills and ended up in jobs. But there I am on a weekend in the centre of my town, and I'm thinking I have to do something. So I weighed everything up. at what my life was in my hometown and what my ties were with the family and everything else. Well, it all basically came down to this. Within 6 months, I decided to join the Merchant Navy as well. Now, I'm no hero, and I'm not scared of things. But what I did was open this door, a huge door, and that was gonna shake my world. And the first time I saw my first ship was in a port in the UK, 100,000 ton bulk carrier. When I first saw it, I just sort of looked up and I looked this way and I looked that way and I thought, wow, okay. But this is what I want to talk about. Traveling. The Merchant Navy, for me, apart from the experiences it gave me in all kinds of fields, life experiences, it's just, I had this huge wave of knowledge and doors opening left, right, and center. And travel is probably been the most exciting thing of all of it. Crossing thousands of miles of sea, flying thousands of miles of airspace, and traveling to all the continents on planet Earth. And I have had so many adventures, good and bad. I have traveled across the Pacific, I don't know how many times. I've traveled across the Atlantic, I don't know how many times. South America, North America, Canada, Europe, Africa, Australia, and far east. It's just been an eye-opening experience, taking that opportunity to travel. And I can't reflect on what it would have been like had I not made that step. It's impossible to say. I think I can say, though, that I'm very, very glad, very glad that my boss came to me and said, you have no skills, no, not skills, you don't have enough experience. When he said that to me, and made me do what I made my thinking, or made me put my thinking cap on to make decisions about the rest of my future. And it not only did it got me so many travels around the world, and I've met so many people of different colour, creed, religion, the whole basket full. And I've met some amazing characters, and I've met some pretty bad ones as well. But my skills also did something else for me, because once I'd finished traveling around the world by ship and by airplane, it didn't stop. Because once you get into a traveling bug, it's very hard to sort of drop out of it. And eventually, I was taking on contracts in Africa and the Middle East, technicians, general manager jobs, all sorts of things. I just enjoy travel. I could not stay in a place more than max 3 years, and I'd find somewhere else because I'd be bored. And I would take my skills, my knowledge, and go elsewhere and go work at whatever it was. So really, I think this message goes out to all you youngsters out there. Okay, you have a massive, huge planet to explore. There's so much to see and so much to do, and not to take the opportunity to go and see what Mother Earth can offer you. Well, you've got to be a bit crazy, really, because you can do it. You can travel quite cheaply. You don't have to join the Merchant Navy to do it. And I know a lot of you do it. And one of the beautiful things about network marketing in our online career is that the opportunity to travel a lot is just waiting. It's always there. Okay. I don't think I can say much more than that, but all I want to say on this video is go and travel and enjoy your life, because you have, from the age of 20, the average person lives to about 18, 90, okay? And time flies very fast. Okay, now you're 20 now, let's say, for example, and you're going to say to you, well, that's 60 years in the head. 60 years. It'll be here tomorrow. Okay, right, that's the end of that little video, and I'll catch you guys